down here in the K-Wings locker room after a 5-2 victory over the Wheeling Nailers. Coach, your team, after last night's game, they came out tonight, they really responded well and played the kind of game you needed them to play.
Well, it was a hard-fought battle. We knew that the Wheeling Nailers were going to give us everything they had, and they were going to push hard because they know how tight things are down for the postseason. So it's a huge response from last night's effort. Was terrible and not acceptable. And the lack of urgency last night was disappointing, but it all turned around tonight with a great team effort. There's not a guy on that roster tonight that played tonight that didn't contribute, that didn't play well. You know, I can't look down the list and see someone who wasn't effective. You know, obviously there's mistakes made. That's part of hockey. There's always going to be mistakes made. But I felt that we stuck to the game plan for pretty much most of the night. You know, obviously they had momentum at times, but I felt that we were a team that stuck to our game plan and showed how effective it can be.
This seems like this whole season we've mentioned the word resiliency with this team, going down and coming right back. You guys are on the cusp of a playoff berth, still control your own destiny with a week left here. Just talk about your team's overall performance for the season and how important it is to finish strong here in the last week.
Well, this team's gone through a lot. And you look at the adversity that we've had on this hockey team throughout the season, and that's what the regular season is for. It's to prepare your team, it's to grow your team, it's to have your team become a team throughout that regular season and go through those leaps and those valleys and the ups and the downs and all those things that go along and all the cliches that work with it, to learn what we're about, to learn how we need to play, to learn from those experiences to see where we can push from. And a ton of adversity, you look at injuries, you look at stretches where things didn't go well for really long periods of time, and we're finding a way, and we're happy and we're excited that we have an opportunity to have control in the last week here.
Obviously, we mentioned you're not locked into the playoffs quite yet. How do you keep your focus going into this last week with games against Indy, Fort Wayne, and Toledo?
Well, I really don't know, and not to slight you in your comment, but focus should not be an issue for this team. You know, this is something that you either want to be a playoff team and you want to realize that the personal success you can have by being on a team that's effective and being on a team that makes noise in the postseason helps you as an individual. That team effort means less teams are playing. That means more people are watching, and the farther you go in that postseason, the better that opportunity is for yourself, for our coaching staff, for the old guys on ECHL contracts, for the young guys trying to gain, you know, the guys on NHL contracts. That helps them because there'll be more people watching. The American-made guys will be pushing to be watched, and that's what it's all about. So focus should not be an issue at this point. Now it's just making sure we have the right jump and the right mix, and we're moving forward as a hockey team.
Next time the K-Wings are on the ice is Wednesday. They'll be in Indy to face the Fuel. We'll talk to you then.
Thanks.
Thanks.